Good day, everyone, and I'm Kiruba here. I'm going to share on a beautiful and healthy water which has been produced by Norland, which we call as MASS-6, magnetized alkaline small molecule water. How does this benefit and how does it reduce our acidity in our body, blood, and overall our health? And as well, how does it benefit our health as well? Let us look into what actually affects our body. As you can see, lifestyle makes a major role in overall health and well-being. If you just imagine if your body has been influenced due to your pH value, through your diet, through your exercise, stress level, the quality of water taking of healthy water, or you're taking a quality of air breath. So one of the best way to improve a healthier life is by drinking healthy water. The food that you eat, that we consume, then can also alter our pH level. This may not seem important. However, if your body is too acidity, a variety of health problems can occur. Virtually, these can bring into a lot of diseases. Now, from a small symptoms, it can create the major difference. The small symptoms that you always faces headache, confusions, sleeplessness, shortness of breath, coughing, increased heart rate, weakness, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and etc. So these are the symptoms if our body, which is turning into acidity, which is going into sickness, especially if our body pH level falls 6.5 below. Whereas if our body is maintained as alkaline, it is stating our body is in really health conditions. Now, to understand in deep, we must know about today's talk. Well, I'm going to talk on the magnetized water, which will benefit us. When we are thirsty, we feel a glass of water or some kind of plastic water bottle water is be much more benefit. But before even we must know all these water, we must know the properties. So we must know what is the magnetic or magnetized water plus alkaline. That's important to us. And how do we understand what happened to this magnetized water? If you have taken some water to analyze, you will notice that its molecules are disordered. By this is called because of minerals have been submitted and it has been splitted. So when this submitted to magnetic field, the molecules turn back into the normal state, which makes the water to more beneficial to our health, since also it heightens the energy level in our body and also strengthens the immune system in our body. So also it levels our body pH level. As you can see, it increases the pH level as 7.5. That is where our preventive of symptoms of human body diseases can occur. Do you know we need to drink water to eliminate not only toxins, by hydrate the tissues and also to give the cells mineral by helping all kind of our organs and also to reducing all the unwanted side effects. And also, what are the beneficial out of this beautiful MASS-6 is by increasing energy, relieving your tiredness, it promotes more weight loss, flushes out toxins, and also improve your skin complexions. But we must know what actually does it filter, how does it filter, and how many filters does it take place, what it is the property according to each and every filter, and how does this magnetized plus alkaline body can also gives more beneficial. Let us look into the main 5 filters. As you can see, we have first, second, third, fourth, and fifth filter over here. You can see overall 5 stages of filtration out of our 5 main filters. Now, let us look into the first filter, which helps us to filter out all the sediment, rust, red bugs we can see in the water without filtering. When the water is coming out from your pipe or your tank, this is the water where it goes into your first filter and gets to take off all the sediments, rust, red bug and all these impurities from the first filter. Let us look into second filter. It moves or remove all the colors of the water, odor, especially the smell, unwanted, unpleasant smell, fertilizer, chlorines inside the water, and also all these things get to remove throughout our second. Thirdly, you can see filtration of water, particles, substandard matters, hydrogen bacteria, E. coli bacteria, and other polymeric organic matters in water. As you can see, E. coli is most vulnerable bacteria that you can always found in a tap water, normal water without filterization. What happened with this? With this, by drinking just this kind of water, we tend to have diarrhea, stomachache, food poisoning. But these filter help to filter all these kind of bacteria and also the bubble or the foam formations on the water. Let us look into the fourth filter. Its property is to mainly mineral and rock particles inside the filter will help to broke by means by science and technology. To further mineralization, the quality of water gets to improvise as well. We tend to have lots of minerals such as iron, calcium, copper, fluoride, sodium, magnesium, zinc throughout the fourth filter because it gets to mineralize with the small broken down particles inside the filter. Now, if you can see the fifth ones, it is further optimizing the taste of the water. It means it gives you beautiful taste, more sort of drinking, more healthier. It is more safer and reassuring. The taste is very good and essential to drink, and it is safe to drink. Now, these are the 5 main properties of each filter. Let us look into the true magnetization of out of this filter. This is done by double magnetized focus QTING-V technology magnetized water quality. Furthermore, we must understand this has been done with the 3rd generation of neodymium iron boron permanent magnet is used, and whereas this central magnetized field has given 5,000 GS or more. This magnetization device is not to contact with water, and also it's a neodymium iron bion, we can say permanent magnetic king magnet is located outside the water pipe to perform double magnetic trapezoidal focus. It means it gives the parallel focus to the water, focusing to cut to make the water molecules more stable. Now, there's these 2 ways that you can understand that 15 to 20 molecule cluster, water cluster especially, it gets to reduce in the molecule cluster into 5 to 6 molecule cluster. So these will help to give a proper mineralization. Magnetized has been given, and also throughout this magnetic technology, what it happens, it fast and give and or heighten the energy, the strength to us by drinking the water. Now let us move into the next, but last but not least, this filter do not need any electricity, no wastewater. So pure physical filtrations relying on the natural pressure to tap water to save energy, environmental protections, money and effort. And furthermore, it gives you a beautiful smaller molecule which gives you a healthier water without all the bacteria, pesticides, chlorines, and whatever it is compensating inside the water. So it is giving a pure magnetized and alkaline water. And now we are moving further into Norland MRET plus TeraHertz. Now we can see what is all about MRET plus TeraHertz. It will always help to reduce the low frequency of water apparatus, which gives you an essential natural good water upgrades again, and also to make sure this it is a super high speed power, super high penetration, and ultra high oxygen potent and salt drinking water. It means simply we can say one line water. the molecule structure, which is already 15 to 20 molecule structure from the tap water, it has been filtered through our magnetized plus alkaline water, which has been already fused to 4 to 6 molecules. From there, it converts into singular line structure, which helps to penetrate each and every cells in our body. Just imagine each and every cells gets to penetrate, gets to absorb, gets to take off unwanted toxins inside your cells. That is remarkable. Now, throughout this, you can beat the reduction of atherosclerosis, people, those who are suffering with plaque, fatty liver, those who are getting lots of issues with their heart issues and all those things, because the formations of linear water will help to break down your blood viscosity into 622 times. Let us look into the second law of resonance. First of all, we must understand law in resonance in the sense of two ways. Law in your, if you can see, there is low resonance in our body. When we are having a calming sensation, while we are relaxing, while we are recharging, we will have almost 7.6 hertz in our body. Whereas our terahertz is giving the same equal amount to the relaxation of our body. So what it means, it gives in low resonance and the frequency is very, very mild. So it brings your whole entire body by drinking water into calmness. Another low in resonance and frequency where we can say is in your hertz, in the sense of if you see on your rainwater, it has 119 hertz in rainwater, whereas terahertz has 7.6, which is the least level, and in almost 80 to 90% in other countries, when they've had a study on longevity water in 80 hertz, they could survive up to the age of 95 to 100 years. Imagine if they can achieve that aging with that water, with longevity water, what happens if we are going to consume 7.6? Well, it keeps you more health beneficial, and also it keeps on more longevity in our overall health. Let us look into low in viscosity. Low is in viscosity because you can see it thins out, or we can say reduce the viscosity by 622 in our blood. It gets to thinner from the thicker smear. You can see the changes happens to the thinner smear. So from here, what will happen is your water molecules absorbs very fast and gives a very rapid higher energy towards your cells, and at the same time the speed of your blood goes twice, thrice faster, reducing the level of your thickness within few minutes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what are the next three NTs? First of all, we have to understand our MRETs plus TeraHertz provides a removal of E. coli from water, prevent people from issues of especially diarrhea, people, those who are having stomach ache, frequent stomach ache, all these can be reduced. At the same time, it blocks our radiation 4 times, becoming a shield protections for our skin, for our body, for our cells. At the same time, it being free from free radicals, especially being an antioxidant property. While we are smoking, people who are having secondary smoking, people those who are taking medications, radiations, alcohol consumptions, environmental pollutions, chronic stress, poor diet, all these are the factors which gives us free radicals. But to keep us antioxidant, well, this is a preventive shield, especially our MRETs plus TeraHertz being a preventive shield for all these and activate a beautiful cells through our MRETs plus TeraHertz. Let us move into the testimony. As you can see here, this testimony provides on our kidney functions. The first week before, how the body and especially the leg has a lot of water retention, and the water retention had reduced on the 4th week after consuming our MRETs plus TeraHertz. As you can see here of your proteinuria, and the proteinuria changes within 24 hours by drinking 1 glass of water. And acute kidney injuries, especially when your cells inside your kidney are getting weaker, slow down it works. But by when consuming our MRET plus TeraHertz water, which helps to recover, which helps to promote the cell functions, regenerate the cells, give rehydrations to your whole entire cells, and plus it removes the toxic scale very fast and rapidly. And also, let us move into varicose vein. People, those who are suffering through this varicose vein just by standing for a long time. The first week, if we can see, the lots of varicose vein can be seen outside of the skin. At the fourth week, if we can see, there are no more any penetration on top of the skin. And the first week of the second diagram, and you can see the differences on the third week on the second diagram. On the third diagram, on the first week, you can see the before and the after on the third diagram on the third week. If you can see here, blood lipids. From 60% of blood lipids, it gets to purify. It removes whatever it has excess inside our blood vessels. Just imagine it is really removing in our blood lipids, and everything gets to purify. When it is happening throughout the whole entire systemic or circulation, what happens if pumping actions takes very enhancement? At the same time, you will have a beautiful heart without regular of palpitations, and at the same time your endurance level also gets to enhance by doing more exercise and getting more oxygenated. And you can see the travel of your blood flow will be much more enhanced, and you would not focus or feel tired if your blood is moving. It means it is good. And if you can see, plaque formation does not burn, doesn't gives you a big side effect. It gets to burn in the whole while you're taking a lot of MRET plus TeraHertz water. Now you can see here, clearing airway or lungs, airway passage by a lot of mucus. Just because people, those who are smoking, you can see how damaged their lungs are. But the non-smoker, we can see how healthy they are. So imagine the whole bronchus, the bronchioles, has been interrupted with lots of phlegms, lots of pollutions, lots of dust. All these can always hamper us from getting a proper breathing. So the airway will get to narrow. So when it is getting narrow, that's where we will suffer airway problems. And now, by taking MRET water, which will help to clear the lung airway passage, it improves, it removes the secretions, the mucus formations, it gives the whole entire cells, the wall of your, especially your airway, gets to improvise and get healthier. Now let us move into psoriasis. People, those who are suffering a condition with psoriasis, at the first week and third week, we can see the differences. And the first week of the second diagram, we can see on her, especially on her elbow, that is much more drastic compared to the third one. It is already on the subsiding phase. On the third picture that it is showing in the bottom, the first week, a man which is suffering psoriasis on top of your head, of his head especially, we can see that it is a very severe condition. And the second phase on third week and fifth week, and first week on his spine, especially on his back, and fourth week on his back, we can see that's a drastic change of the psoriasis by drinking our MRET plus TeraHertz water. Now, skin and hair, what are the changes if we can see? The more acne, people tend to have a lot of skin, especially due to their pimples, due to their acne. They might lose their face beautify. We can see within second week, she regained back all her beauty, especially on the first picture. Well, people, those who are having suffering with their sagging muscles, not even, and people, those who are having hair loss, these are beautiful source, and you can see the testimonial. It has beneficial and it grows up their hair and also improves their sagging skin. Now, coming towards to our stomach or colon, this colon will help to take off unwanted bacteria, especially E. coli, whatever presents in our water. At the same time, it reverses whatever bacteria which is presenting in the wall of our colons, and by taking off and removing all this toxicity, it helps to regenerate the cell functions over there and gives a proper healthy beneficial to your colons and improvise in your toileting and so forth. There won't be any constipation as well. Now, vertigo is such a disease where it will penetrate until our DNA. But when this vertigo being an enhancement, or we can say from this water, MRET plus TeraHertz, it's beneficial from the first to fourth week. We can see the differences on the second picture and the below and the bottom, the first week to fifth week and first week to fourth week. So these are the differences which change in vertigo on the surface level. And wound healing process, wow, this is the dramatic and the drastic changes, especially first week to fourth week. We can see any wound, and people, those who are having scratch wound, surgical wound, and a wound due to any pitfalls and everything. So the next, but last not least, but the body excess fluid which have been carried by a obese person, doesn't matter it's woman or man, both identically have to reduce the amount of fat deposition by taking a lot of healthy water. As you can see here, TeraHertz, MRET plus TeraHertz water benefits by breaking down the fats, not only the abdominal muscles, overall entire body muscles, especially the fat deposition and the cellular, and everything gets to reduce. So that are the main testimonial that you have seen. Now let us look into the health and start from drinking water. Now let us take this health beneficial water, especially from alkaline water, plus with this low frequency water, which it gives you a healthier water to consume. So these water, and we have the product parameters as you can see here, the product's name. Well, it is low in frequency energy water and working principles. Now we can see here the low frequency resonance plus water level balance of sudden boiling technology. So what also happens here, the heating method gets very faster, and also within 2 seconds it converts into hot, because from molecular, bigger, larger molecule, it has already break down to smaller molecule through our alkaline plus magnetized water. Now from that smaller molecule, when it converts to MRET plus TeraHertz water, it becomes single line, which help to fasten the absorption. Dissolption also, it gives a penetration, convert heating method within 2 seconds and convert all these things fasterly. As you can see, it reduces our blood viscosity in 622 times more deeper. So what else? These are the certification which is MRET plus TeraHertz, which has been having. And at the same time, we're having a beautiful promotion, special offers, especially we can see here. Well, it now as a promotion, you can get 5,000 both, if you can see both magnetite, alkaline, small molecule water, and as well as MRET plus TeraHertz water for 5,000 only. But if you see, the worth is 10,000 ringgit, which you will benefit in 800 PV. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, and everyone who are listening this is a great opportunity to get a healthy water. Throughout this healthy water, you are not only changing yourself, also not only changing or benefiting yourself, it is also you're changing other people's life into a better life throughout this. Help in a beautiful way, in healthier way, give more beneficial to everyone. So with that, I would like to say thank you and signing off. See you the next video. Thank you and bye.